Thank you for joining us. This is Trinity Squad Gaming, and we are your hosts, Dan,
Jocelyn,
and John. This game was recorded at Crazy Squirrel on May 7th, 2016 for the Fresno Regionals.
and this is the quarterfinals.
On the left, we've got Darryl McMillan flying his double scout and Mux at 99 points. He's got Torko Mux in the Hawk 290 at 29 points, flying at Pilot Skill 3 with Twin Laser Turret, Intel Agent, and Moldy Crow. He's got Contracted Scout at 35 points at Pilot Skill 3 in the Jetmaster 5000 with Deadeye, Proton Torpedoes, Extra Munitions, R4 Agromech, Guidance Ship, and Boba Fett. And his second Contracted Scout is running Deadeye, Proton Torpedoes, Extra Munitions, R4 Agromech, Guidance Ships, and Forlom.
And on the other side, his opponent Joe Desmond at 99 points flying the Mynock Special. With Whisper at 41 points in the TIE Phantom, Pilot Skill 9 with Veteran Instincts, Advanced Cloaking Device, Fire Control Systems, and Agent Callus. Omega Leader at 26 points at Pilot Skill 8 in the TIE FO with Juke and Comm Relay. And a Captain Yor Pilot Skill 4 in the Lambda Shuttle at 32 points with Emperor Palpatine.
Alright, so we know that the Mynock Special has shown time and time again that it's good against the Triple Scouts. What do you guys think of Darryl's Mux reducing one of the ships down to Pilot Skill 0 to kind of balance this matchup?
So theoretically, it beats the Triple Scouts, or can beat the Triple Scouts. We've never shown that.
No, we haven't, but then we've seen it. A lot of people have seen it in tournaments and all this.
Right.
At least I've seen it a lot of times in tournaments.
So I think,
Especially with the Mynock Special.
right, what I think is very important is for your ship, whatever, for you not to be able to, you not taking multiple torpedoes and run around with any one of your ships.
Yes.
Except for maybe the shuttle. And even then it kind of feels bad.
Yeah.
And with this opening with both scouts pointing at Whisper looking like he's gonna be shot with 2 torpedoes. Normally Whisker can survive 1 torpedo pretty well,
Right.
but 2, it's kind of unfortunate.
But then, like, at this point, you'll be able to get the cloak, you'll be able to get the focus, and and then just save your Palpatine for defense. I think Whisper has a pretty good chance to survive 2 torpedoes.
If you roll well.
Yeah.
That is
But
true.
only if you roll well.
Yep. Yeah, because even with a cloak, even with a target lock, even with a focus and evade, that's enough to. I mean, he's four dice, twice with 2 torpedoes with theoretically perfect modification, and he's got Forlom on one of his torpedo boats that say you can't spend a token.
That is true.
Yes.
Damage is likely going to get through, and if Joe kind of blanks out on his evade dice, that's a dead Whisper. No questions asked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, I was a little surprised to see really early engagement right here.
Yeah.
Normally,
Very
the Imperial player will just dance around the board, fly around, and find an opening.
Yep.
Right.
And he jukes it. Again, he's the target locked one, or is he target locked? He is definitely target locked.
Mm-hmm.
So, takes the damage.
So all shields down on
Forlom
the
scout.
Forlom.
Yep. Checking shot with Torko Mux. Checking
With Yor.
With your.
York is not a OG pilot.
Yep.
And
Nice rolls.
he's rolling pretty hot right now.
And he's on
And-
Torque. Oh, geez, another blank out.
He does have a focus.
Hit crit,
Wait,
but
who's
you
it
still
shooting?
take a crit.
This is on
Forlom.
Forlom.
This is
So-
on
The Forlom
right.
scout.
If he
Yeah.
spends it right now, that just means 1 less torpedo heading towards Whisper. And I think Whisper can deal with 1 torpedo.
Right, but that's
Yeah.
potentially dead right there if he doesn't
Exactly.
spend it.
Well, hit crit. No, I mean it has to be
It has
exactly.
it's 5
major
health.
and
Yeah, it's 5 health.
direct.
And then, it was a direct right there with...
Yeah, I don't think you need to. I actually don't think you can spend the focus there on defense. You just have to, like, with this initial engagement, if you're able to kill Whisper with 2 torpedoes, you have such a huge advantage in this matchup. Because then you have 3 ships to take out Omega, and the idea behind the Mynock Special is that you trade all your ships and try to leave it 1 for 1, Omega versus something, and Omega will always win that fight.
Right.
So if Darryl was able to just kill Whisper with 2 torpedo shots, I mean, I don't know what Joe could do. He'd have to fly perfectly. Number 2 scout would probably run away from Omega and just die to a torpedo. Like, I don't know. That being said, it could be very unlucky for Darryl to roll really or just get really bad crits and die, right?
Yes.
But
Alright, so this is a TLT from Muxin, and the first one hits because he rolled 2 hits, and then this one he's thinking about palpitating.
Nope.
But then no, he's just gonna
protect
take
the
damage.
Whisper.
Agreed.
And he already did his primary with number 2, with the 4-lom scout.
And then now he has an attack on with the Boba Fett, but he's still deciding which one he wants to attack. You know, you got that token up Whisper, or you have Omega Leader.
Yeah.
You know?
I think you have to. I mean,
I like taking the pot shot on Omega Leader because against Whisper, it's really hard.
In the current situation with the cloak, the focus, and the evade, you take the pot shot at Omega Leader because you do need more than one shot on Whisper, I think, to get something through.
and that's my mistake. Number 2 has plasma torpedoes, not proton. So so it doesn't really matter that much right now because he doesn't have a focus. But yeah, so I guess he takes a primary against Whisper. And Joe just rolls good enough to not take any damage. So let's see, where are we going to go from here? Whisper easily decloaks, that way.
That way. Would you decloak back? I would decloak farther back.
To get more.
You know,
movement. Well,
I'm really crazy with my Whisper, so I probably would have... Well, no, that makes sense, because if Darryl is going to go try to kill... Like, it all depends on who Darryl's trying to kill here.
Right.
yeah.
Right? If Darryl turns towards the bottom, then Whisper gets behind. If
Right.
Darryl turns towards Whisper, then he's got Yor and Omega right behind him.
Yes.
So this is actually a fine decloak by Joe.
And then let's see where he's pointing at.
3 slight?
3 slight going down. So he's going for the multiple ships on the bottom of the map as opposed to Whisper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
Interesting.
Torko's already down there. I guess he's thinking if he can take out
Omega.
maybe even the shuttle, he potentially has
On hard.
2 ships to take on Whisper.
And also I
But
like
that's assuming if they survive.
Yeah.
And one of the scouts is already down to 3.
Yeah,
so.
but see, the scout he's using to hopefully block Omega is the one that's almost dead.
Mhm.
yes.
Right?
And
So-
also is the one that's target locked with
Omega.
Omega.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Too hard with this. With Mr. Moldy Crow over here. Go ahead and get that focus.
And I think Mux is too far to activate his
Oh yeah. Well, we'll have to see where Yor pops up and
Yeah.
where they all end up. But it looks like Yor's doing a 1 slight.
Okay,
Ooh,
so-
this looks like
Hmm.
this is an interesting situation for Omega.
Hmm.
Got to be going straight through that debris, right?
So like
Unless-
4 straight?
4 straight, 5 straight, and then give Yor the stress.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because it's your.
But he might just... Because, I mean, this position is just like... It obviously bumps everything.
Right.
Yeah.
But maybe he didn't expect... Maybe he expected Darryl to go after Whisper here.
To go up the map.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
And so now bumping Omega is
Now-
actually really good.
And then now he has number 1 that has a really, really good shot.
Yeah, well, it's primary, so no
Yeah.
torpedo, unfortunately.
But it's still 3 dice.
Yeah, but it's not a torpedo.
I know, I know.
The power...
I mean, it would be way better if it's torpedo. But
Oh yeah, but the power from the scouts comes from being able to torpedo, and Omega has the evade from the comm relay,
Right.
and has palp. So 3 versus 3 and evade and palp, you're not going to do any damage anyways,
that's true.
right? Even
That's like 1 minimum. That's if he blanks out.
yeah, blanks out does 1 damage, and that just feels bad.
Right.
Whisper probably 1 hards, or
2
maybe
slights.
2 slight. Yeah, okay. But if this is really so, I guess Joe decided to, rather than play around one direction, right? So rather than having all of his ships assume Darryl's going one direction, if Darryl went towards Whisper, then Whisper bumps one of the ships, right? And then Omega Leader and Yor are fine.
Yeah.
But if Darryl goes towards Omega Leader, then Omega Leader bumps and Whisper's fine.
Yep.
So he's playing aggressive with both sides rather than just choosing one, saying, I think Darryl's doing this, so I'm going to fly all my ships.
It's a pincer attack.
Yeah.
And also with Whisper, because one was on top, if he bumped, he would bump one, and he has a target lock on number 2 anyways.
Right.
And he's attacking number 2 right now. He doesn't need any actions.
Well, if number 1...
Oof, and that's also a really good roll.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
But even if... Well, Darryl could have easily made it... Oh... Darryl could have easily made it so that he would... Sorry. Darryl could have easily made it so 2 was in front, so Whisper bumps 2.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
With like a 2 straight barrel roll forward and then a 1 straight with the other one, sort of thing.
Okay,
You know, there's
yeah.
there's ways to make it so 2 is the bumper against Whisper, even with their staggered positioning.
Fair enough.
But still, like, yeah, it's... I do like the move from Joe, though, where rather than saying, I'm going to put all my eggs in this one basket where I think you're going this direction, he's saying, well, if you go this direction, then Whisper can kill you.
Yeah,
if you go this direction, Omega can kill you. So it doesn't really matter which direction you go, I still have a way to kill you.
Yes.
Right.
And that was a brutal attack from Whisper.
One scout down.
Yep.
Oh, man.
And
now it's...
Forlom never even triggered.
He probably used... Yeah, he never used Forlom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's got...
Also, his green dice was not working with him at all.
Yep. So that's likely range... Yep, range 1, nothing. He's got your range 2.
But
I think Mux turned him to pilot skills.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
So, do you torpedo your then?
Mm.
With a I would...
Just try to take out Palpatine?
I would TLT first to get the 2 shields down, and then Proton, because then at least a Cricketsu, and you can just
Get rid
trade
of,
1 point for 8.
Yep.
TLT, spend one of your many focuses.
Yep.
Takes a damage,
Mm-hmm.
and then another one. Yeah, I would torpedo your here. But even then, it's an uphill battle for Darryl because of Omega Leader.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that one ship. That's brutal.
Because, yeah. Would you, if you take out Palpatine, you use your Proton, get rid of Palpatine with Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
Would you try to ignore it for the rest of the game and try to concentrate?
Just get behind it.
Yeah.
Just try to get behind it, and then it's a non-factor ever again, right? Because you've got the maneuverability to just... any Palps?
Palps it for 1, yep.
Because he's... Oh, no. Yeah, because Torpedo, and then he doesn't use Palp anyways, because even with 1 evade...
Yes.
Yep.
Even with 1 evade, you're taking hit, crit. And then trade 1 point for 8. Seems good. So Proton gets the target lock, spends a focus to shoot the missile, and with the R4 Agromech, you get a target lock on your target from spending the focus.
Right here, they're debating whether or not it's a little bit angled. Just Joe thinks that the corner from Darryl's side is a little bit more angled towards the debris.
Right.
So they're going to get a second opinion from the judge.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the fisheye, you can't really tell definitively from this angle. But they're going to check with the range ruler. Maybe just a straight measuring tape would be better here.
What would you do if you were Darryl going forward from this turn?
Ooh.
That's...
well, if it all depends. If I Boba Fett Emperor Palpatine this turn or not.
Okay.
If I Boba Fett Emperor Palpatine, then I have to try to find a way to kill Omega Leader.
And it looks like the TO decided it wasn't obstructed, that it was completely parallel.
Keeps it focused, target locks, focus into Proton, and then blank into hit.
Yep.
And then he can't... Oh, he has a focus.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spend it. Because you're going to get... Palpatine's gone anyways.
Yes.
He already flips the Emperor Palpatine. He knows what's going to happen here.
Yep. And a stun pilot on the shuttle.
Yep. He's like, yep. So yeah, Darryl says, all right, I'm Boba Fetting Palpatine. He's like, I already flipped it.
Yeah.
Way ahead of you, Darryl.
Now, so at this point, just try to go past the shuttle. Although the shuttle right now could just zero stop and try to bump the
Yeah.
ship.
Well, the scout moves first.
What's the
That is true, but
what's the Segnor's loop on the scout?
2.
2?
Because 3 would be insane with the
Yeah.
the mech.
Yeah.
What is it?
Uh,
Unhinged astromech.
Yeah. That's
Because 3 sloop green. Yeah, sign me up every day. But yeah, 2 sloop. Definitely bumps the shuttle.
Yeah, from this position.
So from here, I think Darryl needs to kill Omega. If Darryl's able to kill Omega and survive Whisper long enough, I think he has a really good chance here.
yes.
Right.
And 1 evade for the 1 hit. That being said, he's in a really awkward position here
Right.
with where he's at. Like, Mux is fine because he's going to be behind Yor for the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And the scout just needs to find a way to be able to get a torpedo onto Omega.
Yeah.
But because of Yor, I see a lot of moves that Omega can do that turn him towards Darryl's ships. For example, a 4K next to Yor, and then remove stress because Yor's an awesome dude.
Yep.
And then give a target lock and say, oh, I don't care about your torpedo anymore.
Too hard.
I would have one-hearted.
Same direction?
Yeah. And then maybe barrel roll back just to bump Omega. Right? But maybe Darryl didn't think it makes it, but it looked really like it was going to make it.
Right.
Alright, focus up again because why not? You got that moldy Cronus.
How many focus looks? He has it.
Looks like he's got 2 and going for 3 here.
And then the shuttle.
I would 1 slight over the debris. Or, 1 slight over the debris is what I would do. Or 0 stop.
0 stop.
Okay.
And then 3 S loop onto the debris.
Yeah, but he's close enough to Yor to take both stress.
Yor
Yep.
is range 1 and 2?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in range of Yor, but
Yeah.
I just don't think you can. Well, you have a shield, so you can take a crit.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Give both stress to Yor. Now Yor is full on stress because he says if you have 2 or fewer, you may take 1 stress.
So at most he could take 3.
He can have because of the awkward wording. He can have 3 stress total.
Yep.
For his ability.
Oh, and
he goes in and focuses.
he focuses. And also, Joe forgot to roll for the debris hit. But they were talking about you're taking all the stress, and then you're able to do an action after.
Right. Yeah.
So they both were just concentrating
missed
on
it.
that. Yeah.
1 heart from Whisper, which was pretty.
And then so he's gonna go ahead and 0 Yor.
Yep.
I mean, it would be nice to 0 Omega, but
Right, but you can't. Too far.
just a little out of range. All right, Whisper. I think it's on the scout.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's just trying
I don't
to-
think there's arc on.
on
Yeah.
Mux.
Yeah. Is that a focus?
Yep.
That's
Yep, and I like Joe's approach here, keeping the calloused token. The calloused pilot is Mux,
Yes.
so keeping him alive until the last.
Right. Because the TLT, will be really mitigated by
Yep.
just average dice.
Unless you're at range 2.
Average dice versus average dice.
yes.
If you get into range 2 of Mux, then Whisper is gonna probably take a couple damage.
Yeah.
But even then, I do like saving Mux for last.
Right.
Man, these evade dice.
Yeah, the new white green dice.
Those
for
top
Darryl.
8 green dice pulling a lot of weight here.
They were actually talking in the game where Joe's new dice were just really hot for him, while Darryl is super cold. Darryl was saying you grabbed the wrong bag. You took my bag.
Yeah. No
took my
shields
hot
on the
bag.
scout.
Oh man.
And then I think you TLT Omega first, and then you
And then
range
you-
1 primary.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
You kind of have to.
Yep. I mean, you don't have to, but that's what I would do. There's other options. You can just try to kill the Yor.
And
yeah,
then-
but it's not as important now.
Ooh.
Oh.
So Darryl decided to do range 1 on Yor, and you see the frustration rolling blanks.
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
Like he has all the focuses in the world, and no eyeballs are showing up for it.
But like you said, if he was able to do a nice
That's a nice hit.
Okay.
if he was able to get a nice hit onto Yor with the crow, maybe 1 or 2 damage, then he could have easily just killed Yor this turn. But I don't know if Yor is an issue anymore at this point, right? Like
Yeah. Well, granted, it had a range 1 against the scout right now. That's 4 dice, 4 red dice.
That's true.
And then he got lucky here where he put blinded.
Yeah.
But now he should just ignore the scout. It's gonna go over debris or bump something.
No, Scout does one
I mean,
hard.
not the scout. I'm sorry.
Oh.
With Yor.
Yeah.
Yours a non-factor now.
I don't know.
Going.
I like a 3 slide onto debris with Mux. I guess he didn't decloak with Whisper?
No. What happened here was Joe was checking dials, and he accidentally saw the scout's dial. So when he says go to decloak, Darryl said, "Well, you looked at my dial, you know where my scout is moving."
Okay, and so Joe,
and then Joe respected that and decided to just stay cloaked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah, but I mean,
Sloop.
1 hard,
Nope.
2 hard, yeah.
Hard.
too hard.
That's
And then knowing the too hard going up that way, Joe could play around with the
the decloak. And
Yeah.
So I think here so you don't worry about Whisper this turn, and then he could easily just 1 hard with Omega and barrel roll into a shot, or 1 hard, or just target lock or something. 2 slight, interesting.
So they were both planning to go around the rock, but now I think Mux is just blocking him.
Yeah, probably
Yep. It's close.
because of the wider base.
Yeah.
But then they're just gonna double check.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It's always safe to double check.
So he's gonna go remove Mux. Now, if he bumps, actually, if Yor bumps here and doesn't take a crit, that's a very bad position for Darryl. Yor's gonna be behind Mux for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if Mux shoots before
because
him.
their dials are pretty
Pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And so, but he doesn't remove a stress here, so he actually gets up to his 3rd stress or 4th stress.
That being said, because of the large base, the shuttle
I think it might make it.
Ooh.
yeah. The shuttle would still potentially go farther and outdistance.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
But if it's behind, there's almost
it's a lot harder.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because Mux goes first.
Yeah.
If Mux went after, then it's a lot easier to leapfrog it, but or to get leapfrogged from Darryl. Like from Darryl's position, it's a lot easier to get leapfrogged. But because he moves first, thankfully it doesn't matter anymore because he passed.
Right.
So that's actually pretty good positioning for Mux.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That being said, Omega has probably gonna turn. Yeah. Oh, sloop.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No.
Oh.
Well, I guess because Yor had 4 stress.
Yeah,
He
but still
didn't
just
wanna-
sloop here and get behind range 1 of Mux.
I think
Beautiful.
it was maybe because Joe wasn't sure if Yor would have made it.
Okay.
Because
because if
Torko
Yor
could have
boom.
blocked.
Oh yeah. If Joe would have saw the decloak or saw where the scout was going, he could have really taken advantage of Darryl's positioning. But good thing he was very sportsmanlike and decided just not to decloak.
Right.
So, all right. Does not look like Joe has any shots at all. Focuses.
Well, no, he has the Mux, right? No.
No,
right, that's right.
Joe doesn't have any shots.
Yeah.
Whisper's cloaked.
Yeah.
Omega's facing the
Yep.
wrong way.
Yes.
Yep.
So Joe has no shot. Darryl
Has to take a range 1 on Whisper, who has him calloused, who's focused, who has a cloak. I would just take an evade. Maybe he took the focus to fight the scout, but the scout's still only shooting 2 dice. So.
Yeah.
So
Jeez.
That's terrible dice. I mean, it happens, but it
Yep.
still sucks.
but twice in a row, double blanks.
Hey, his last roll was hit crit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a
all
good
with his new dice.
With-
It was hit crit.
With Mux,
Yeah.
He's been rolling blanks, but all those focus tokens
Yep.
getting ready to use.
And then he's gonna go for the Lambda.
I guess
Yeah, I mean,
to take out a nuisance.
Oh, isn't structural damage whenever you bump or go over something, you take a damage?
Oh, yeah. So it's
I
actually
thought
good.
structural damage was -1 agility.
No, that's
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Structural damage.
Yep. So he just spends the focus, takes 2. Yeah. Says he didn't even. Oh, he did roll.
He rolled 1. Structural damage is the one where you bump and take a damage.
No.
That's stunned pilot.
Oh, stun pilot.
So
What's
he does
structural
have
damage?
it.
Yeah.
Structural damage is 1 less agility.
But he. Oh, you know what? It was through debris. Was
It doesn't matter.
It
Overlapping
still
any
counts.
obstacle.
Yeah.
Huh? No,
Obstacle or ship.
I know, but for structural damage, he rolled 1 green. Unless they just forgot about the 1 less agility.
Maybe it was range 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
either way, he should have taken 1 from flying over the debris.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless. What do I think? There's stunned pilot, blinded pilot, and I don't remember. I don't play this game enough to know.
Nope.
Maybe the stunned pilot is no straight maneuver.
Maybe.
But either way,
Yeah.
yours off the board.
Well, let us know down in the comments because apparently we don't know anything about the game, guys.
Yep. Have no idea how to play. Just so bad at this. That's why none of us at the top 8 tables.
Nope. Looks like a K turn.
Or 4 straight.
I
Or maybe they don't have a 4 straight and it's just a 4K. Because, don't know how to play this game.
Nope.
That's
No decloak with whisper.
There's really nowhere to.
nowhere to...
No, well,
you
except
can
for
decloak, but you
straight.
can't get anything from
What
it.
about a decloak straight and then a 1 hard up towards the map following the scout?
But you.
It
could
all
just,
depends on where Scout's going.
Yeah, and you could just stay cloaked, so you more defense and just move.
Right,
get
but
into a better
if you
position.
don't have a shot, then either you barrel into a shot, or if you can't, then you just cloak again, right?
Mm. But see, I like this 1 hard and then barrel roll behind Mux. And then you're out of range of the torpedo.
and out of range of TLT,
And doesn't matter, yeah.
or just stay there.
Stay there and focus.
And
Then next turn you have to decloak or else go over debris.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, definitely that guy's range 1. And no shot from Omega.
Ooh, just out of range.
Yep, no shot there. So he's going to see if he's got that torpedo. Looks like he's got it.
Oh,
But then he doesn't.
He K-turned. He doesn't have a
K-turned,
focus.
Yeah.
Yep. But so range 3 shot,
Yeah, 2
Range
dice
3.
versus 5.
5 because
6 through
5.
debris.
if it's debris.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Still rolls nothing.
Wow.
When you're only making 1 or 2 attacks a turn, it just those kind of rolls just stick in your head.
Yeah.
So much more.
Yeah.
And that's got to be just terrible.
Yeah. But then Darryl, he was trying to keep his spirits up.
Yeah.
He was telling himself like, I could do it.
Yeah.
No.
It's not impossible. It's pretty uphill from this point.
Especially with those dice, and then like
Mhm.
this,
And it looks
his
like
morale.
The morale is definitely low here. But it looks like to me that Joe is switching gears and going to go straight for Mux here. That's what it looks like to me. He's got Omega in position to go for Mux, and he's got Whisper could easily do a 1 hard and barrel roll in
Mm-hmm.
and go for Mux as well.
Right.
And with a good attack roll with both ships, you can just
Take out-
erase Mux in
yeah.
a turn.
Yeah.
I
mean, with Mux being one
Mux
being
straight
the
because
closer
it's
target.
green. Yeah.
It's
2 straight. Interesting. I would have 1 straighted there, just to make your arc bigger, and then try to get a torpedo out there. And
Green went over.
2 straight.
too hard.
Interesting.
I
That's
guess
a very
he's just
interesting move.
Trying to just reposition and
Yeah.
find a good opening.
Barrel back or down. Yep.
Yeah. You
Just get out of everything.
And then next turn, just 1 hard.
Joe's playing
Good.
gone from super aggressive to very defensive.
So
this turn.
I think it's a 4K with Whisper then, just to set up so they're coming in at the same.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So they're coming in at
So
the same
taking
turn.
a couple turns off to get good positioning.
And in this position, like, Whisper's greens are pretty good.
Yep. Nothing.
Alright, for Darryl, would you try to go now since Joe has his 2 aces almost together. Do you think Darryl should back off a little bit or just go?
You can't. You have to
Straight?
fight now. Yeah.
Yep.
He won slights. Probably focus. Whisper could easily do a 2 or 3 straight and get into range 1 to... maybe not get into range 1. But he could get into... only have to take 1 torpedo shot here.
Right.
Which is fine. So he can just do a 2 straight evade, and then Omega can 2 or 3 hard target lock.
Too hard.
Well, I guess he just wants the ships.
Just get that Mux.
Yeah.
Get that Mux
like
up.
he doesn't care about debris.
Well, no, it's not the debris, because I was thinking a 2 slight to get behind the scout, so you're not bumped, but I don't think it matters, honestly.
You have all those focuses
Yeah,
stacked
He has
up.
like, what, 5, 6?
So yeah, so 2 hard is fine here.
2 hard's fine. And then it also gets you into position to... like, if you're behind the scout, that's a lot of distance. Like,
Yeah.
if something's in front of the scout, there's very little chance that it's going to be in range 2 of Mux.
Mhm.
It's going to be out.
Yeah.
All right, Mux hangs out right there on the debris.
Now, would you try to go focus on Whisper or
Omega? I still think you have to go for Omega as how bad it feels, even though how bad it feels.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And he rolls the crit.
So shield is gone.
All right, now
At least it's just a shield, but
But the one crit you don't want.
finally his dice heat up a little bit.
and
So
then,
we've got
yeah,
a
the
1 hard.
Yep.
The 1 hard is very interesting because this means he can get he just barrels out. That's fine.
And then
But if he would have target locked, that would have almost done the same exact thing.
yeah, because then he wouldn't waste like a proton on target lock.
And he might even just be able to erase the scout this turn.
Right.
2 straight. Yep.
And I think
if
that's
you
still
would've-
range 3 of Mux,
Mux,
so
yeah.
he should be good.
Is 3 straight on the Phantom Green?
Yep.
Yes.
So you go.
I like the
I don't know if you 3 straight though. I don't think because then you might be in range of Mux. I think you're in
Exactly.
range 2 of Mux.
Oh, right.
So the 2 straight's fine, and he evades.
Yep.
He does not have. Oh, he has a target lock on the scout.
No,
Just
I think
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
this
Just out.
Yep.
So, yep, 2 straight was the correct move.
And so 2 dice versus 2 on, or 4 versus 2. He's got the target lock, so he's got FCS, or he's got modification.
Yep.
That's why he evaded, just in case
Right.
he doesn't kill the scout
Just in
this
case
turn.
he rolls bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And he's got target lock, 4 dice.
And,
Target lock. Oh, there
And
it
for the
is.
4th one.
3 hits and a crit.
Wow.
Now Darryl rolls 2 evade dice.
Takes hit crit.
Possibly, yeah, if he rolls
Yeah.
2 evades. Or
Yeah,
2
he's-
paint. I mean, you got to spend it here.
2 focus.
I mean, at this point, I don't think you can risk not spending it.
yeah, you have to because like
Because
the
if you
threat
don't,
of a
direct hits are so like the deck is
Yeah.
weighted to give you direct hits,
Right, exactly.
right? And so it's only 1 direct hit's gone. Well, that we know
Yeah.
about, unless those other 4 are direct hits. Spends the focus, takes hit crit.
Well, yeah, because Darryl could have looked
Shaken
through.
Pilot. I think Shaken
The-
Pilot is the...
The
you
bump,
can't-
yeah.
No,
That's
Is that the bump or the can't go straight?
I thought the Shaken
Shaken.
Pilot was straight.
that's a good question. Let us know in the comment section below,
Yeah.
because we're still bad at this game.
Hit crits.
You know, good players or good commentators would look up memorize what all the crits do.
Yep.
But
There's too many ex pilots, blank pilots,
yeah, like 3 of them.
and
Yeah.
they're all up here. You guys
Yeah.
done?
You gotta
Blind
rename the
Shaken?
damage deck, FFG. Make it easier on us.
Let's just call it no straights, no bumps, no shoots.
2 damage, not
2
direct
damage.
damage. 2 damage.
2 evades, jukes one of them, takes a crit.
Ooh.
Oh, Omega, you silly little guy.
Yep.
And a crit.
Which is
Console fire. We all know what that one does.
Yep.
Died to that so many times. I can't roll hits, but I could roll console fires.
Too bad he doesn't have the fire control system. He could just control that fire. Thank you, TJ.
Wow.
All right, so we've got Muxin TLT.
Who'd you go for?
Omega.
Yeah.
Still Omega. It feels so bad, but you go for Omega because Whisper just doesn't
Whisper's the
care.
trap.
Yep, Whisper's a trap with the callus.
Yeah.
Spend the focus.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, he's target locked.
Oh. Oh.
Oh man.
So now knowing that you're target locked, should you have switched targets to Whisper?
No, because he has Callus, 4 evade dice, a focus, and an evade.
God.
Yeah. You just hope to roll well. Honestly.
And Joe rolls perfect for each attack. Brutal.
Oh.
Brutal.
Yeah, because in both situations, the only thing you can do is roll well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you just hope they don't roll well.
So with the scout, who do you throw your 2 dice at? Omega.
I don't think it matters who you throw your 2 dice at. You're not doing any damage. It's no
It's
modification.
2 dice. Yeah.
You spent your focus to survive. Yeah, you just
2 dice is
you're
not enough.
so bad.
You need to look up the gods right here.
Yeah. Don't use the new dice, Darryl. They haven't been treating you well. I told you, Darryl.
Oh god.
Ooh, that's
Like a
frustrating.
straight blank out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double flank out.
That sucks.
Yeah, this is feels not good. Definitely does
Exactly.
not feel good. But where does Whisper go? Is the
Whisper
question.
decloaks to the bottom of the map and in one.
No,
Fuck.
is he cloaked?
Yeah, there was a cloak token. Now
Yeah,
he
Oh,
goes.
okay.
So decloaks like there, and then either a 1 hard. Yeah, it's a 1 hard.
Probably
Yeah.
a 1 hard.
It's a 1 hard.
Should be a 1.
I was gonna say 2 slight, but that's on the debris.
But that's so easy to play around. But it doesn't matter because,
It plays
Whisper's
around.
Whisper.
It plays around the K turn for the scout
yeah, but why would you counter this?
because then you would kind of be behind.
Yeah, 1 straight or 2 straight. Looks like 1 straight.
Could you barrel and block Whisper?
Heck yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like,
Oh.
why would you just? I think this is still the best decloak, but it's so easy to play around.
Yeah.
It's so predictable. But that being said, if he uses the scout to block Whisper, Mux then pretty much is going to be in range 1 and not be able to TLT, unless he 2 hards toward the bottom of the map, and then
2 hearts towards the bottom.
towards Desmond Joe, and he just focuses. Ooh, I don't know if I like that.
Block.
I don't know if I like that. 2 slight.
And then
Oh.
bumps his own Mux.
Because Whisper likely 1 hards
Yep.
and is in range 1 of Mux.
Mux.
I think Mux needed to go 2 hard towards Joe
Yeah.
this turn. Because 1 hard here even looks good.
And then just go.
I mean, whatever, debris. I'll take it.
But then you're in range 1.
Yeah.
No TLT.
Not range
No.
1 of. It does not look range 1 of Mux though. Definitely of the scout.
Oh,
And he takes a shield.
Oh, man. Them
So it's
debris.
possible that if he would have remembered to do the roll first, he could be at 1 crit here.
That is true.
And it could be blinded.
It could have been, yeah.
But, human error.
Mhm.
It's not like we're a bunch of robots. I think this game took place at like 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night almost.
Oh, yeah.
Very late start for the finals.
In the background, if you have the audio on, you could hear us play the Chewbacca twirling world thing.
But we don't have the audio in the games.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Ah, Jostle.
That was such a fun game. Have you guys ever played the
Loop
Chewbacca?
and Chewie?
Yeah, Loop and Chewie.
You don't
There
even
go.
know what it's called.
Whatever,
Yeah.
I just know Chewbacca's there.
Also-
Anyways,
also
1
feel
hard
free.
and 2 evade.
Yep. Also, feel free to tell Jostle how bad he is down in the comments.
Because, yes, he's. It's not an act. It
Chew-
literally is not an act.
It's
Anyways,
Chewbacca, man.
I think we're being too mean to Jocelyn on camera lately.
You're always mean to me. This is what I have to deal with on a daily basis.
Anyways, we've got the TO. We are looking. I'm not sure. Oh, for
for
because
debris.
the Omega is right on it.
Oh,
for
but
the
why would
debris.
they check Omega? Whisper would need to check first because
No, because I think Torkoal made was
Right, because
PS0.
he's within
Right.
range.
So technically Omega shoots first.
yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And now you gun Whisper? Or is that still the trap?
Well, PS0.
You got to go for Whisper here then.
Yeah.
If you muxed it, you got to go for it, and then because then it has
Yeah.
only 2 evade dice.
Right.
You've got TLT. Average
Right,
dice
yeah.
versus average, you take at least a shield or 2 from TLT, and then you maybe get a range 1 primary with a focus. Like that seems okay, but Joe's gonna get a 3 dice attack on the scout with juke and
yeah.
target locks on Mux, so he can spend his focus to defend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible. I
is.
think did they forget console fire?
They did, but
So one
Joe's gonna remind Darryl in just a bit.
One evade.
One evade.
Ukes it. You spend it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, here, Joe
Here,
just
console
reminded
fire,
about
blank.
console fire.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. You are fine. So now you have to think: do you take a crit?
Oh.
That feels bad, but I agree.
Yeah.
You got it.
100%.
Yeah, I just agree.
Yeah.
And then
So
you-
shaken pilot is the bump one because he would not have been able to do the one straight there. So stunned is can't do the straight.
Mm.
We figured it out, and if we're still wrong, let us know in the comments because I would not doubt it. Jostle is contagious. All right, TLT Whisper, spend the focus for 3. Takes 1.
Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't even bother rolling.
Second shot.
He's got an evade though. He should have rolled
Yeah. Oh.
1 hit,
Oh.
and then he can just spend the evade
Yeah, if he doesn't.
or callous.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, if he would have rolled that on the last attack,
Yeah.
yeah, he could have just taken nothing this turn.
That.
And then the TO just reminded him like, oh, why didn't you roll? And he's like, oh. And then Joe's like, oh, it's fine.
Now, in a normal situation, Tio should just let it go, but let's see. Whisper goes range 1 against the scout. Oh no, scout range 1 dice.
Yes.
Spends the evade. See, that's why he didn't spend it, because that one attack from the scout could have easily got a crit through, and then that could have been a dead Whisper.
Yeah.
So 5 to. Good thing he's got FCS.
Yep.
And
then dead.
Yeah, for his
It's a 4.
Daryl doesn't bother rolling
Because two
evades
evades
still
yeah.
dies.
Yep.
Yep. So here, Joe's in a huge advantage.
Yeah, you
You
I don't
can't
even know
win.
what to-
You can't from here because Omega just target locks Mux, who is already target locked.
And then Callus is already on Mux.
Yep.
Interesting, no decloak.
Yeah, you don't need to. You've got Omega Leader. Omega Leader's all you need here.
That's true.
Because I mean, like I said, the Mynock Specialist is all about having Omega Leader for one ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
then,
now you just have an extra ship just to be
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah, and that extra ship happens to be Whisper.
Yeah.
Just happens to be Whisper. I mean, it's not like it's a good ship or anything.
Right.
But in this case right here, at least he got the bump.
Yeah.
Daryl got
Right.
the bump.
Yeah.
So he could at least try to take another damage on Whisper or 2.
It all depends on where Whisper goes, because Whisper is cloaked.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why he didn't cloak, because
Or decloak.
because it doesn't matter where he goes, Muck still makes him pilot skill 0. But if he stays in range 1,
Yeah, if he's behind him.
So no TLT, no shots. Oh no, you have no shots because Whisper's cloak. Mux is range 1.
Yep. All right, so it looks like a 2 slight.
Two
slights.
slides.
Oh,
Definitely
no, that's
hits
it.
Mux. Yeah, that hits
Yeah.
Mux. So he pretty much just slides up and then no shots.
Yeah.
And now both
That's a
of
really
Joe's
good looking
ships
Joe.
are right behind
So
Mux.
would you decloak here? Yeah, you decloak.
Decloak
towards-
straight.
Decloak straight.
Decloak straight, one
And then
hard
one
down.
hard.
Or one hard towards the bottom of the
What
map.
if you What if you decloak towards the bottom of the map, possibly block Mux's movement towards the bottom of the map?
Mux doesn't matter if he gets bumped. He's got, look at all those focus. He's already done his actions.
Right, but then he doesn't.
But
get
no
to
decloak
shoot.
here.
But then he doesn't get to shoot Whisper.
But Whisper can easily stay in range 1 here.
Yeah,
With a decloak forward, 1 hard barrel roll.
that's true.
1 hard barrel roll forward. Yeah. I can see it.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but I can see it. Even a decloak straight, 2 hard barrel roll might do it. But 1 hard's with...
One hard, use focus.
Yep. I would actually barrel roll.
Just
Barrel
get-
to the right, onto Joe's side, just to sort of get out of Whisper's way, but Whisper's not shooting anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then you got the 2 slide from.
Interesting. So now this is definitely range 2.
Then he just barrels down.
Barrels in, yeah. Makes sense. Those are all of Omegas. Yeah, barrel roll towards Mux, gets no shots. And now it's just whittle down the Mux.
Yeah.
3 dice versus 2. Target locks and no modifications. All those focuses don't matter against Omega. So then, what do you do with Whisper this turn? Or next turn, though?
K-turn? Oh, well, yeah.
Decloak somewhere, something. Range 1 hit, jukes. He's got to roll 2 evades. 2 evades.
2 evades.
Not
So
bad.
even with the
Even
juke.
with the juke, he's fine.
Yep.
And then in this position, Mux has to too hard towards Joe.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he just flies off the map.
Yeah. He might be able to do a 1 slide.
1 slide, then what do you do afterwards?
Too
Too
hard.
hard. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Too hard.
Too hard. It's fine. He's got all the focuses. So still no decloak from Whisper.
Nope.
So he's probably just gonna do a K turn here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay cloaked. Yep.
And then
Mega
1
goes
hard.
first. Yep.
Or even
1
2 hard.
Yeah, look at that pile of stuff.
Yep.
He's gotta get that out of the
That
way.
pile of stuff that Darryl can't use.
Yeah.
Yep.
He pushed it. Oh,
Oh,
Slooping Omega.
I
not
guess,
Chewie.
does this play around Mux going the other way?
No.
No, we would just bump
No.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it
he's. Ooh, it looks like he's still in arc.
It's close.
Yeah, I think it's still in arc.
I think it is.
And
as
Whisper. 4K.
well. Okay.
Probably. Or not.
Or just run
Just
away.
fly away.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you are literally, there's no pressure in order to finish this game. You're so many points ahead of Darryl, even if time's called. You win on points.
Yeah.
All you need to do is not lose Whisper.
Because right now it's
And you win.
Joe's
Yeah.
it's Joe's game to lose.
Yep.
Which is really, really hard but not impossible.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Because, I mean, at this point, yeah, giving it to Omega's, this goes as 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then range, ooh.
Range 2.
Is it range 2?
Yep.
TLT?
TLT.
Can't
Can't.
modify.
Ugh.
Spend the evade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he can 2 slight. Yeah.
And you can't juke this turn then. Better for Darryl.
Can't focus.
One again.
Jeez. Omega, the fun police of X-Wing, gets the
Yeah.
average
The
roll.
average roll.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now Omega.
Shooting back.
Oh, was it not an arc?
Oh.
I think they probably should check that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely an arc,
Yeah,
range
okay.
2. 2 dice. Versus 2 evades, he doesn't have a uke, so just 1 hit.
And
Can't
out.
spend it,
Yep.
because he's still target locked.
Average and average.
Yep, takes a damage, jeez. Fun police.
Yep.
Very good ship though.
and then Darryl's like, I can't deal with these 2 ships, and just concedes right there.
Yeah, because even if Whisper, even if like Darryl flies perfectly, gets away from Whisper,
Mhm.
Omega's enough to kill Mux.
Yeah.
And then
even if he somehow is able to take out Omega Leader, Whisper comes back in and
one shots Mux.
Yeah.
Thank you, Darryl and Joe, for playing. It was a pretty brutal match.
Thank you, Crazy Squirrel, for hosting the regionals.
thank you guys for watching. As always, if you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. Facebook and Twitter and lists are down below. And don't forget,
Fly loose.